The digital feed functions as a massive argument machine. It is an environment optimized for moral positioning, tribal signaling, and the constant performance of certainty. To maintain presence in this ecosystem, users routinely strip mine their own nuances. We flatten our complex thoughts into rigid stances, trading depth for engagement. This constant state of conflict exacts a physical toll. We fall into a cycle of irritable reaching, a nervous system reflex that triggers a specific bodily response, known as bracing. This is the body mobilizing against a perceived threat. The jaw clenches, the chest tightens, and the system prepares to defend. Practitioners call this anti-Wu Wei, a state of constant, exhausting readiness, where the body adds structural effort and tension when no physical danger exists. We are caught in a circular trap. We keep trying to argue our way into a state of peace, but the conceptual mind is exhausted. You cannot debate a nervous system into relaxation. You need a mechanism that can break the circuit. This Threads post serves as a case study. The author invites conflict, framing silence as a privilege protecting those far from suffering. The language is diagnostic. Using terms like privilege, burden, and consequences, the post establishes a frame demanding a political response. But the reply section contains a sudden rupture. A digital koan appears. Silence in peace is peaceful. Not talking with attention is still communication. This is a frame violation. The reply arrives in an unexpected register, offering a pastoral, poetic blessing instead of a counterargument. This mismatch prevents the reader from deploying their usual defensive scripts. It bypasses the intellectual debate entirely. Like a Zen koan, this text acts as a red-hot iron ball, bypassing the intellect and striking directly at the autonomic nervous system. The goal isn't to win a debate. Instead, the koan forces an involuntary shift in physiological state, softening the bracing reflex. This schematic describes the wrong door effect, or accidental ministry. Because these posts aren't engineered for engagement, they sit quietly in the feed, waiting to land on a scrolling stranger who is carrying a private suffering they haven't shared with the crowd. Authors often use a tag like giggle giggle duh, a moment of playful recursion that prevents the koan from hardening into a rigid, serious doctrine. A digital koan does not try to win the argument, it dissolves the premise of the fight. To understand why this works, we have to look away from the screen and back toward the body through the lens of somatic Wu Wei. This philosophy is anchored in the ancient parable of Cook Ding, found in the writings of Zhuangzi. Cook Ding was a butcher whose knife never dulled. After 19 years, the blade was still sharp because he never hacked at bone. He moved effortlessly through the natural, empty spaces between the joints of the ox. This stands in direct contrast to the digital scrawler, who constantly hacks through bone by fighting against the natural grain of reality and other people's nervous systems. To practice digital koans is to apply Cook Ding's knife to the feed, to find the quiet spaces between the arguments. Somatic Wu Wei means we stop treating our own biological bodies as machines that need to be fixed or forced into submission. In an environment saturated with noise and coercion, refusing the debate frame to leave a quiet clearing for someone else is the ultimate radical act.